Navanath Bhakti Sar, Chapter 7. Macchindra, Veerabhadra and Vajreshwari. Macchindra reached Hareshwar, a holy place situated in northern Konkan. After having bathed in the Gadatirtha, he circumambulated the mountain. Gadatirtha is a mace-shaped sacred pool. He met the son of Lord Shiva, Veerabhadra, in the form of a human being. Macchindra couldn't recognize him even though he had the attributes, the Trishul, Damaru, etc. Trishul is a trident and Damaru is a small hourglass-shaped drum, both of which are adorned by Lord Shiva. Veerabhadra saw Macchindra and asked, "Swami, who are you? Which cult do you belong to?" Macchindra answered, "My name is Macchindra and I belong to the Nath cult. I am an ascetic. I possess the various attributes Shaili, Shingi, Kanta, Zoli, Mudra, and Karnaveda. Shaili is mannerism, Shingi a little blowing horn, Kanta a loin cloth, Zoli a square-shaped bag made of red cloth, Mudra large rings." Veerabhadra disdained him. "You sanctimonious prig, Mudra, Karnaveda, who is your guru? Who has created this inopportune sect which is against our Vedas? He is a fool." Macchindra got angry. "Why are you slandering? I am feeling like having a bathe again just by looking at you." Hearing this, Veerabhadra got enraged. He rigged his bow and arrow, but Macchindra disdained him laughingly. Veerabhadra also back answered him and got his bow and arrow in position. Macchindra charm-casted the ash and created a crust around himself and countered Veerabhadra's arrow by chanting the Vajra mantra. Both the weapons banged on each other and got destroyed. They got into a dreadful war with each other. Macchindra countered the Kalastra used by Veerabhadra with his power of Mulamaya, the primordial energy, because of which the universe started assimilating. Gods asked Macchindra to take control over his weapons. The moment he controlled his weapons and used his Vasinak Astra, the whole universe came up. Vasinak Astra is the weapon of creation. Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Mahesh, the Trinity, manifested in front of Macchindra and introduced the both of them. The Trinity also created a bond of friendship between them. Veerabhadra was already impressed with Machindra's valor. He asked, "Macchindra, what wish do you want me to grant?" He said, "To bestow a favor on mankind, I have written a canon on the Shabari Vidya in poetic form. The person who chants the Shabari mantra from it should get results." Veerabhadra agreed. The Trinity gave Macchindra weapons. Lord Vishnu gave him Chakrastra, Lord Shankar gave him Trishulastra, and Lord Brahma granted a boon of Amoghavani, the infallible power of speech. Lord Indra gave the Vajrastra, Lord Varun gave Jalastra, that is the efficacy to generate water from the earth. Every god gave him weapons as per their wish. Macchindra wanted to go to heaven, and so the gods also took him along. He stayed there for a year. Later, for 7 years, he stayed in various regions in the heaven. The gods bid him farewell with love and he came back on earth to continue his pilgrimage. In the western region of India is the holy place of Vajra Bhagavati alias Vajreshwari. He went there and worshipped the goddess. There he was surprised to see hundreds of hot water cisterns. To please the goddess, he decided to generate one more hot water cistern. He asked the priest, "Who created these cisterns? When? And what is their history?" The priest answered, "Long ago, Vashishta Rishi had performed a yagna for 12 years. All the goddesses had stayed there to attend the yagna. They created these cisterns. He looked for an elevated place and at that place he chanted the Jalastra mantra. A pit was developed with water in it. Then he chanted the Agni mantra and discharged an arrow in it when the water inside turned hot. Then he had a bath in that cistern and bathed Vajreshwari with water from the same cistern and worshipped her. The goddess got pleased and said, I am pleased because you bathed me with the water from the cistern you have created. You stay with me for at least a month now. With respect to her request, Macchindra stayed there. He asked her, How did you get the name Vajreshwari? Goddess answered, When Lord Indra came to attend the yagna performed by Vasishta, not a single sage stood up to welcome him. He got angry and threw the Vajra on them. Lord Ram casted a spell on the Darba and with the help of his power made the Vajra incompetent. Darba, also known as Kusha, is a sacred grass. I emerged from the Darba in the form of power and gulped the Vajra. Lord Indra surrendered to Lord Rama and so he returned the Vajra. Lord Rama enshrined me in an idol and bathed me with the water from the river nearby. This is how I came to be known as Vajravati. Macchindra stayed there for a month and later headed towards North India. Jai Jai Gurudeva.